Welcome to my first makeup tutorial. Let's get into this. First, moisturizer. This is the Kiehl's Ultimate Moisturizer. You're going to want to take a little bit, just rub it all in the face there. Work that into the skin. Piece of hair in my eye. And always work up. Now this is the Banana Bright Under Eye Cream by Ole Hershkins. Just need a little bit. You're going to want to work that in with your ring finger because it applies the least amount of pressure. That's a sensitive area under your eye. It's very thin skin. This Blistex, oh my goodness, I love this stuff. Use it every day. A little bit of moisturizer, primer, and foundation. The trick here is you're going to mix them all together. It's kind of a way of cheating the system. Saves time. It's like a pump and a half of foundation I'll use, maybe. And then just work that all together. You're going to put this on the same way you did the moisturizer. Easy, right? Also, the warmth of your hands is really going to work it in. Makes it simple. Now just a little bit of concealer. I use a cream concealer because it works a little easier with the fingers. Plus I like the way it sits under the eye. That one's by MAC. See the difference? And again with the ring finger, being very careful. Now onto brows. It's the Micro Brow by NYX. Couldn't get the cap off there. All right, much better. Just going to want to groom the brow with the spoolie end. Now we're going to flip around to the actual pencil side. This is short hair-like strokes. And just watch. We're going to slowly but surely fill that brow in, giving it some lift and definition. Your eyebrows really frame your face, so this part's really important. And fill that front area in just a little bit. Mine's a little sparse. And then again, you're going to take that spoolie end and brush it out a little bit because you don't want harsh looking. I used a Sharpie to fill in my brows looking type stuff. We don't want that. Just want defined but soft. Now I'm about to go in with the NYX Brow Gel. This gives the brows texture, but also keeps them in place. So you can withstand anything. And now it's time for the brow cleanup. On an angle brush, I'm taking that same concealer. I'm going to go underneath the brow just to make that edge a little sharper. You can skip this step, it's kind of optional. It depends on what you like. I prefer a little bit more of a sharper natural brow, if that's possible. Same thing on the other side. adding a little bit more. And we're not just going to leave it like that. We need to blend it out with a fluffy brush. Blend that concealer down. Clearly my hair was on my nerves. Okay, this is the LA Girl Pro Concealer. One of the cheapest concealers you'll ever buy, but one of the most useful. Just a little bit on each eyelid. This is going to act as our lid primer. And you notice it's a little bit lighter than my skin, which is good. It's going to show those shadows the way we want them to be shown. And just with my ring finger, tapping that into place, spreading it around. I'm going to take what's left and actually brighten up my under eye area just a little bit. This way it's not too much, but just a little brighter. Okay, and now we need to set that with some loose powder so it does not crease. I have hooded eyes, so that's a very big problem, but this helps everything to stay put. No creasing here. Tap off that excess. And now we've got a blank canvas to work. The Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. We're going to use that brown there on the end. And a nice fluffy brush will do for this portion. Just want to work some browns. We're giving it a little bit of depth and a little bit of shape. But also you need what's called a transition color. This goes between the highlight on your brow bone and the rest of the shadows on your lid. All about the blend. And you see I'm working in that outer V area and then working it up into the what I call the upper crease. Since I have hooded lids, I use a area that's a little higher than my crease. It's more in the socket of my eye. Now I'm taking a smaller brush, a little more detail here, and it's a darker brown. Now we're going to go into to add a little bit more depth. You're working in layers here. Working it into the crease, but keeping the majority of the color on the outside portion of the eye. It's what I like to call a little bit of daytime smoke. And I'm taking that same color and I'm going along the lower lash line just to tie the look together. Now I'm taking a fluffy brush with nothing on it. This is going to blend out the edges of that makeup because we don't want them to be too harsh. Just soften them up a bit. And I'm moving in little circular motions. I'll blend it away. Now I'm taking a flat brush with my face powder and going over my highlight area. I didn't want too strong of a highlight with this. Now I'm taking another flat brush, and this is with a nice little shimmery color. It's like a shimmery brown, metallic color. And just patting that all over the lid in the center space that we kind of left open as we were working. And just pat that in, and then blend the edge of that out as well. Easy, right? Now with an angle brush, I'm going into some black eyeshadow, and I'm just going to push this into my lash line. What this does is makes the lashes look a little thicker and more full at the base, while also lining the eye. And now I'm going to do what is called tight lining. I'm taking an eyeliner and rubbing it all in the rim of my eye, the top and the bottom rim, or the waterline. Now onto curling your lashes. This makes such a difference. Just a couple quick curls. I love that mascara. It's a L'Oreal mascara. I think it's in carbon black. Really, really, really nice. And I follow it up by this mascara. It's called Better Than Sex by Too Faced. This always makes you look like you just have the best lashes on earth, naturally. Now that both my eyes are done, we're going to move on to setting that under eye area. And I'm doing this with the Sacha Buttercup loose powder. You're going to want to tap off the excess because this can get a bit much sometimes, especially if you're of a deeper skin tone like myself. A little brightness, nothing too crazy. Now I'm taking my Fenty Beauty bronzer in Mocha Mami, and I'm going to just bronze up and bring some more warmth back to my face. And actually, I usually don't do it this way. This kind of was a mistake. I was supposed to put my face powder on first and then bronze. But clearly I realized that. Now this is the Max Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. Ugh, always hard to say that. In the color Deep Dark. You just take a large fluffy brush and all over the face set all the foundation that we put on earlier. You want to set all your liquids and creams with a powder so that they don't crease or move throughout the day. And now back in with that bronzer to warm the face up again. And I'm going in with a little bit of a denser brush and a darker color. And this is just to carve out my cheekbones a little bit more. To contour the face. You always want to take it on that jawline too. Gives you more of a cut. Makes you look more structured. Now I'm taking a little fluffy eyeshadow brush and I'm going to lightly contour my nose. Nothing too heavy. Again, we're just adding structure. And then just softening up the edges of that contour with that same under eye brush I used. Now we're just going to add a little bit of blush, smile, get those apples of the cheeks popping out, and just want to drag it back towards your hairline. This is a soft pink blush from MAC that I cannot remember the name of. It's one of their mineralized blushes. Name is long, rubbed off of that one. Now I'm taking Gold Deposit as my first layer of highlight. Yes, I used to. You could stop here at this point. You may not even want to do highlight. This is just to add a little extra pizzazz to the look. Now I'm using a denser brush and going back in with my Amrezy highlighter from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And this is going to bring a real sheen to the face. This is my favorite highlighter. I just like when it hits the light hits the high points of the cheeks. You just glow. Like the star you are. And now for the Fenty Beauty, if I could say it, Gloss Bomb. This is the universal color. This will work on anybody. Hands down, best lip gloss ever made. All the dark skin girls, thank you. Bad gal Riri. And now just to slow it down, get all the drama. Set the face with the face spray. You want to lock it in place. You don't want it going anywhere. You don't want your work to rub off. You don't want it to melt off. You just want to look fabulous. Soak it in. Soak it in. Shake it up. Every bit of it. Yes. Beautiful. Fan it down, and we're finished. Thanks, guys.